So there's something that's been bothering me for quite a while, and I can't stay quiet anymore, so we're gonna talk about it in this video.
We are Charity, Ben, Dakota, and Trinity. We decided we didn't want to wait for a life of adventure. So in 2017, we bought our first RV and set off to live a life of travel in the USA. We've visited over 38 states in 3 years and have many more to go. Follow along to learn all the best places to see, RV and travel tips, and much more.
So there is something that has been bothering me for quite a while about RV life and just with being in the RV community. And I am really tired of pretending that this doesn't exist. So as you watch today's video, please leave me a comment below. Let me know if maybe you've noticed some of the same things or just what your thoughts are on everything we're gonna talk about today, but just drop me a comment. Let me know what you're thinking. So here it goes. Have you noticed that on YouTube or in series about RV living or independently produced films about RV life, that the RV life is like this glamorized lifestyle, and it's just this magical thing of every day is a new adventure, and that RV life is just going to solve any problem that you might have. You just need to get an RV and hit the road, and life will just be amazing from here on out. And let me just say that we've walked through enough RV parks and RV campgrounds, and we've heard enough families talking back and forth and husbands and wives talking back and forth to each other to know that RV life didn't fix their family dynamics or whatever dysfunction was there before that they hit the road. It's still there. So in this video, I'm going to talk about why that it is so important that if you plan on jumping into this lifestyle, whether it's full-time or part-time, that it's important to get some things set straight up front so that when you hit the road, you can really enjoy the journey of RV living. So number one, RV life is not going to fix your marriage or your relationship with your significant other. Now, I need to tell you a little story here. When Ben and I first got married, we took a honeymoon a year late to Hawaii. Paradise, one of the most beautiful places on the planet to be able to go, relax, have fun, have an adventure together. And we were young, we were immature, we did not know how to be happily related to ourselves or how to be happily related to each other. And because we had two dysfunctional people coming into something like a marriage and then traveling together, there are some stresses and things that come along with traveling. And when you throw two people that aren't healthy themselves into that situation, well, let's just say it was a small disaster. We look back on that time that we had in Hawaii together, and we don't have like the best memories, right? We have a few memories. And oh, by the way, the Facebook posts and the Instagram posts, they look pretty good. Smiles, paradise, right? Because we're always going to put our best foot forward when it comes to social media. We're not going to talk about the behind the scenes stuff, the fighting, the crying, well, me crying, because that saying of hurting people hurt people is true. And we spent that whole trip speaking harsh words and arguing and not getting along. And the memories we had from that time were not the best memories. In fact, we talk frequently about how we need a do-over because we were two young, immature people that did not use any sort of emotional intelligence whatsoever. And then you go to try to travel, and let's just say all of those issues that you might have just get expanded. And so if you're setting out to live RV life thinking that this is gonna fix my marriage, this is going to give us more time together, and then we'll be able to somehow be more happily related to each other, not so much. We spent years with doing marriage mentoring, marriage counseling, marriage seminars, and we still have mentors that we can call up whenever we need. And run things by them or talk things through with them that help to keep our marriage healthy. And so now as we move forward and we encounter problems, because you will encounter problems as you're going down the road, and how you work together or don't work together as a married couple or as a couple that is together is going to make a difference on those memories that you make, be it good or be it bad. So misconception number 2, RV life isn't going to fix your family or fix your family relations or necessarily make you a better parent just because that you're living life on the road. People think, well, if we're all in super close quarters, right, we're gonna have to figure this thing out. We are not gonna have a choice but to figure out how to get along better because we're all gonna be living on top of each other. And let me just say, it's not going to fix that until that you yourself, remember that saying, put your oxygen mask on first. It's very true when it comes to parenting. Until that we become healthy emotionally, we are not going to be able to raise healthy emotional kids until that we've learned that first thing ourselves. So just because you're spending more time together doesn't mean that that time that you're spending together is going to necessarily be quality or productive or relationship building or building connection, until that you've come to that place where you're able to function as a happy, healthy family unit. One of the things that totally changed the game for us when it came to parenting and understanding our kids was a concept called interkinetics. And that's basically just understanding how each of our kids is hardwired and what makes them tick, and being able to work with those internal hardwirings of how that they've been designed to be able to understand what it was that motivated our kids or didn't motivate our kids, and how to really call out those strengths that they have to become who that it is that they are created to be. And so until that you get that dynamic, RV life isn't going to necessarily be the funnest lifestyle that you've ever lived, because it will expand any issues that are there. And it's not that we get this right 100% of the time now, not even close, but we're learning, and we're learning what builds connection and what breaks connection. And when we do things that we know, I've broken connection with my kid, to go back and to own that mistake and say, you know what, honey, what I did was wrong. Mommy was wrong. Daddy was wrong. What I should have done was this. What I should have said was this. I'm still learning. Will you forgive me? And moving forward together and repairing those connections along the way. And until that you come to the place where you can do that, RV life isn't going to really build those family connections. It can actually hurt those family connections. So I'll put some resources in the description below of some books in some parenting classes that we've done that have really helped us move forward with our family connections, that hopefully maybe would be a resource for you as well. Misconception number 3, or maybe untruth number 3. RV life will fix your finances. You can live way cheaper when you're living the RV life and you don't have a mortgage or a utility bill or all of these other things that go along with a sticks and bricks house, and you're gonna be able to save all this money and it's just gonna fix any financial problems that you might have, right? Wrong. Personal finance is so much more than math, right? If it was just math, nobody would be in debt. Nobody would have any financial issues if it was really just about the math, right? It's more about personal habits and what you choose to do. Are you a spender? Are you a saver? All of those things factor into it, and RV life's not gonna change that. The saying of wherever you go, there you are, well, you take you with you into RV life, and whatever financial habits you did or did not have before that you started living RV life is going to come with you into RV living. And so if you are not somebody that has lived on a budget or that has lived on less than you've made or been particular when it comes to personal finance, well, that's not going to change just because you moved into an RV. Those are things that have to be developed. Those are habits that have to be learned. It can take retraining of your brain, and it takes some discipline if that's not something that you already have before you begin this lifestyle. One resource that has really helped us with personal finance over the years before we even started RV living was Dave Ramsey's Financial Peace University. And we'll put a link in the description below with some information about that. And we're not affiliates. We don't gain anything by referring people to this resource other than just the satisfaction knowing that maybe we were able to point somebody else in the right direction to be able to learn healthy money habits and how to win with money. The other thing I want to say is to remember, the videos are edited, people. All the videos are edited. The TV shows are edited. The social media is the best foot forward. They're all edited. No content creator that is making videos about living the RV life is going to put in that fight that they had with their spouse necessarily, or that time that they were yelling at their kids. Like, it is edited. Remember, you are watching something that is edited. Our videos are edited. We don't put those things in. However, I will say, being a content creator has really held us to accountability because we edit out those things, but we're still seeing them. When we sit down and we start to go through footage to put a video together, we see those times where we were short with each other as husband and wife, or that time where we said something to our kids that we shouldn't have said. And that gives us the opportunity to look and say, whoa, reality check. I still have some growing to do. I still have some areas in my life that I am not healthy and that I need to get healing with to be able to move forward in a healthy manner with these relationships in my life. So as you watch the travel vlogs, as you watch the other YouTubers that are RV living or whatever it is that you're consuming from a content perspective, remember, it's edited. This is not perfect. This is not like a perfect lifestyle that solves all of the problems and all of the challenges just magically disappear. And oh, that flat tire, yes, we just worked through that beautifully, or the awning that just flew off. Well, yes, we came together and we fixed that problem just, side by side. It's not always the case. You're watching something that is edited. And so just remember that as you consume this content, and don't get into the comparison game. Do not say, oh, well, they've got it all together and look at me. Nobody's got it all together. We're all learning. We're all growing together. And one of the best favors that we can do those around us is to be authentic and real with where we're at. So maybe you're wondering, what is the whole point? What's the whole point of this video? The point is this: if you're getting ready to hit the road or to live RV life, get healthy now. There is no shame in marriage mentoring or marriage counseling or therapy or whatever you need to become the healthiest version of you. We still do marriage mentoring. We still do marriage seminars and different events and read books about parenting and marriage and relationship because we want to continue to grow in our skill set of how to be happily related, not only with ourselves, but then with each other and with our kids. And so many families set off to live the RV life saying, we just want to make memories together. But what if those memories are actually those memories where they're going to be discussed on some sort of therapist's couch 10 years from now? It's not exactly the type of memories that you want to look back on having made. So get healthy, avail yourself of whatever resources that you need to become the best version of you, and let's all move forward together, living the RV life in a way where we're supporting our marriages, we're supporting our children, and we're becoming more productive members of society for having lived this lifestyle. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. It's a little bit different from the norm, so thanks for hanging in there and sticking with us. If you have not yet subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. It helps you to get notified every time that we release a new video, and we've got tons of super fun stuff that is in the pipeline, so you don't want to miss what's coming up. Also, if you would like to get to know us on a little bit of a deeper level, go over and join our Patreon at gratefulglamper.com/Patreon. We post some real-time updates in there, the campgrounds that we're at, just kind of what's going on in a little bit more real-time way, and it helps us to get to know you on a little bit deeper level as well. So thanks so much for watching, and until next time, we'll see you on the road.